Hey guys, welcome to the tea. So today what we're going to be talking about is money, 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 money. Uh, Money, 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 money. Money. We're going to talk about where you guys stand financially, how we learn how to budget. We can talk about our husbands, future husbands, and how we feel about their money and our money. So let's start off with credit. So who has good credit?
Wait, what?
Credit. You have good credit.
Oh, I don't have credit.
You don't have any credit?
No, I haven't started.
Good.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
No, I want to start once I get my full-time job.
That's a
smart.
very good idea because I started before I had a full-time job and now my shit a little shaky. It's
A
not.
little.
It's not like I can't get shit, but it's certain shit I know I can't get.
Okay.
My parents basically was like, don't put on nothing that you can't handle.
Mm-hmm.
So I told them that I won't touch it till I get a full-time job.
You so smart because I thought I could handle and I couldn't handle. And then I let people turn $100 into, $1,000, and that messed me
Not
up.
today.
But, it happens.
Not today.
Well, that's the
How's
road.
your credit?
I mean, my credit is pretty good, but I've had like 5 years of experiences, trials and tribulations. The first thing was like when I left high school, I really, really, really wanted an iPhone, right? And my dad was like, obviously I'm really bad, so I had lost like all my phones and like didn't, just went through the motions with losing phones and having to get new ones. So my dad was like, I'm not gonna get you an iPhone, so you can lose it. So what I did on my own was I got my own phone line, and I'm like, you don't want to pay for it, I'll pay for it myself. So that was the first time I had created my first bill.
Okay.
I got my own iPhone in my own name, online, everything. So on the upside, it taught me a lot about paying bills on time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I was fresh in college, so 18, like just with a new bill. So then I got a credit card at Nordstrom. Then, they gave me a $1,500 limit, which was ignorant for an 18-year-old. But then I got another credit card and another credit card. So that I ended up with 4 by I want to say the time I was 20. I had 4. But I was so good with you just have to pay them on time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was never like a thing. Like just, your bills are due this other month. Or I think I had auto debit. So it just came out of my account.
Yeah.
So that was easy. My problem was with credit was that you and I learned a lot of stuff about credit in the recent last year, but the problem is you have a limit. You are never supposed to spend over than 30% of that entire limit. So if your limit's $1,000, you don't go over $300. But of course I maxed my credit card out, so I maxed 2 of them out, and then the other ones were always small because I barely used them, but I maxed 2 of them out, and I'm like, whoa, this is not okay. So of course I was paying on them, and then I was spending. So I paid $100 and spend $100. Not in the same day, but okay, I might make my payment on the 3rd, and then throughout that month, I'm just shopping, and so it'll be back up to what it was. And so over the course of 2 years, I'm gonna say I was paying the credit card but constantly spending on it, so it was always.
It was
maxed.
literally the same.
Yeah.
That's the issue that
it was
I ran
always
into.
maxed.
Yeah.
So in the last year, I was okay, I want to get mine. I had a lease car, so the car's in my name though too, so that helps build credit. But I'm I don't pay my car note. Thank God my dad loves me, but that helps build credit too. So I was thinking okay, I checked my FICO score, and I'm okay, this is not where I wanted to be. It was not bad, but it's not where I wanted to be. So I need to do something about it. The thing, I talked to somebody and I did research, and I found out that you have to have, like I said, the 30% thing, you have to have nothing. It's supposed to be paid off, but 30% is where it doesn't hurt you. Mm-hmm. So I literally just I start making higher payments. But as I was getting older, I learned that you have to request limit increases. So it's good to have one card and be able to spend $5,000 on it, but you only spend $500 on it. You know what I'm saying? It's because it shows that you're responsible and that you're good with credit, and then also monthly payments is also important too. 35% of your credit score is on time monthly payments, and then 30% of it is lower, your debt to credit ratio. Mm-hmm. So like I said, that's the 30%, and then the other 10% is something, and it's another 10%, but it's something small, something that don't really affect you unless you have a mortgage or something. Mm-hmm. But resale cars is the highest way to build credit, which is why I was eager to do it, because I'm I know I'm gonna want a lot of nice shit when I get out of college. I want to be able to have credit. I want to get a new car. I want it to be the car that I want. you have to have credit. Credit is better than having money.
Yes.
So you have credit, they're gonna offer you more. You're gonna have lower monthly payments because they trust you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got bad credit, they don't trust you. They're gonna give you high interest rates. You're gonna have to put a lot of money down, and you're gonna be screwed on a monthly note.
Okay,
So
Susie Orman, thank you.
yeah,
for
like
this,
she-
for
I
this
I feel like
lesson.
if you want to do,
So
if you
much,
want
'cause
to, like, I'm
figuring
trying to
out-
drop a Benz next summer, so that's really my goal. So that's why I've been so involved.
That's how I feel
My
about shit.
Benz is only $45,000. It's like
Oh,
buying a Charger.
okay.
It's nothing crazy, just to put that out there.
I mean,
But it's like I want to do something, so I really got break. I'm like, if I want to do something, you need to know what you're doing.
yeah,
So I've been working on my credit for the past year, and it's going really
You
good.
need friends like
that's
this.
good. You do.
I know a lot about stuff like this.
My mom and dad have horrible credit, so when I started college, I mean, they credit piss poor, okay? They told me that they had bad credit because they had nobody to teach them about credit when they was in college, so they getting credit cards and in debt, not paying student loans, all type of stuff. But they don't have good credit, so they wanted me to have good credit. So to build my credit, I had like 2 cars in my name, so my daddy just paid the note every month. They weren't even my cars, first of all. But anyways.
You gotta do what you gotta,
Gotta do what you gotta do. He built my credit that way, and then I finally got a credit card. And then I have like a couple little bills in my name, but other than that, everything gets paid on time. So like when I get MSU FCU sends you like every year they send you your credit score. So I was like, dang, like my credit is good.
Oh
You
yeah,
feel me?
how
Like,
you can get a
I can buy
850 too.
anything. Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself like I can buy anything, but yeah, they kind of like built my credit for me so that when I do graduate from college in 4 weeks, I can
Is it
get
4
what I
weeks?
want. Mhm.
That is so good.
Yes, I can get what I want. So my credit is good, but only because of my parents. That's it.
As a good parent should.
I mean, you know. Okay, so are any of you guys like dependent on anybody else like financially?
Me.
I am. Jen, not. Okay, Jen.
I-
So
What do you
I'm
do?
gonna break up.
What do you do? Like,
First of all, I get help when I can. Like, say for example, I don't have enough money to pay something. Of course, there's people in my family who will support me, or friends, or anything like that. But for the most part, I really have to save my money. Kind of what Chevy was saying, like making those monthly payments on time is like really important. And it's just like at the end of the day, if I don't have nothing, my bills is paid. But it took a lot of discipline because again, I didn't have nobody to tell me about my credit. My daddy had excellent credit, and he passed all that knowledge on to my older sister. My older sister fucked her shit up. And and like she couldn't teach me anything. So I really had to go through trials and tribulations. Kind of the same thing like Chevy said, at one point I had 5 credit cards. I had charged off 2. I was only making payments on 2 and 1 was delinquent. And I really had to, figure out like, oh my gosh, I got stuff that I want to do at some point. My credit is going to be really important. So I ended up getting one of my credit cards. I got that one out of delinquency. I haven't used this since. I'm still making payments to, get my other 2 caught up, and then the other 2, I make monthly payments, and I still have those 5 credit cards. I'm trying to get rid of them, but it's a lot of discipline. You're going to have to go a lot of time without getting some stuff that you want. It's something that in the mall that you want that costs $300, and you got $1,000 on this card. You're gonna want to spend that $300, but you're like, oh, that's my 30%. I can't spend nothing else. And a lot of things that I take advantage of is some of my cards have like reward programs, like you get 7% back on gas, or on retail, you get a certain percentage back. I try to take advantage of those points too, because it's just like, okay, if y'all can give me money for spending my money, let's do it. But it's a lot of discipline, a lot of learning how to tell yourself no, and a lot of saving money. It's just, but I know I'm at a spot where my credit isn't the best it could be. I've seen my credit higher, but I know if I stay at the rate that I'm going, I know that, I'm gonna be good in about a year. And then, I'm about to graduate from grad school, and them loans come immediately. So whatever happened after that, I don't know. But right now I'm in a good spot.
I would say, I'm too dependent. What? So dependent. I have 2 jobs, okay, and I still be calling my daddy like, I need some money. But that's because I have really poor money management. Like my money management is very poor. I pay all my bills come out my account like automatically, so I don't have to like really worry about it. I kind of have to worry about it so I don't overdraw my account, but I make sure they just come out automatically so I don't have to like worry about missing a bill. But as far as like money management, I can't get it right, and I think it's because like I lose my mind when I get in the mall, which is why I don't really go. And like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I don't really know what it is. I watch my dad, like, we go to the mall, and my dad be like, okay, what you want out of here? And I be looking at him like, everything. Like, you about to buy all of this. Like, and me and Kitty used to be like, where you be getting this money from? Like, what? But it's like, but I feel like they have better money management now than when we were younger. Because when we were younger, I feel like my parents used to just blow money, but they don't really blow it like that anymore. But I'm very dependent. I know, like, once I graduate, I'm gonna have to figure out, like, really, I'm gonna have to write my budget out on paper to really, like, see, like, where my money is going, how much because I want to save for a house. Like, when I move out of my parents' house, I want to move to a house. I don't want to move into an apartment. So I kind of want to, like, save my money, like, for a home, and, like, be able to, like, sustain, like, be able to live my life and stuff once I get out of their house. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I guess I'll be writing my stuff down.
I'm very, very dependent on my parents. I'm the last child, and I'm a daughter. So, I am a very dependent child. However, I'm at the point where, because I have graduated and because I'm so dependent, it, like, holds me back on doing a lot of things. So right now I'm at the point where I'm learning how to manage my money. Like, I didn't work from December to March. And I didn't ask my parents for nothing other than, like, can you take me somewhere? But other than that, I don't ask my parents for nothing. Like, I had graduation, Christmas, my birthday, open house. That money lasts me low key until, like, the mid of March, and by the mid of March,
That's good.
By the mid of March, I was already working. Like, I had a goal, like, I wanted to work by February. That didn't happen. I'm like, okay, Lord, like, March for real, like, I need to be working. I was working by February 29th. So I make sure I get paid weekly because it's a temporary position. So I put money up every week. Every time I get a paycheck, money going into my savings because, like, I got things that I want to do to show my parents, like, okay, you can let me go a little bit.
Right.
It's okay. So I'm trying to learn how to manage my money and to how to, like, okay, you can't touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like once you put your money up, you have to be very, like,
strict
like,
about,
okay, I'm not gonna touch it. And also, like, I just think that also having that communication with your parents about money, like, me and my dad, we could talk about money. Like, my dad thing is, you always, you know, you mess with people who value money and know how to use it, invest it, and make it back. So, like, I always try to make sure I'm around people like that. Like, my mom, she's not good with money, and I know she's not, so I don't talk to her about money. Me and her don't talk about money. I talk to my dad about money, and I also talk to my sister about it too, because I eventually want to move out of state. So I can't just, I feel like right now, where I'm at right now, I need to learn how to, I don't have, like, not one bill. Like, my parents won't let me pay a bill because I'm so dependent. So, like, once I get a full-time job, like, I told them my steps. Once I get a full-time job, I want a credit card. I want to learn how to pay bills. I want to learn how to, you know, I want to invest in a car myself. And I eventually want to move out, and then I want to up and leave.
And another thing I feel like people don't understand, like, about just having that stuff established just for a rainy day. Like, anything can happen. Like, in the middle of January, like, my transmission in my car went out. I had to buy another car, and it's just like, if I didn't have the credit or if I didn't have the money that I put together, I wouldn't have a vehicle. Also, when you got to think about your future. For example, like, when my dad passed when I was 17, and he had 10 kids. He had a lot of bills. When he passed, it wasn't nothing left on us. All his lawyer fees was paid for going through the court. All he had life insurance for all of us. He had life insurance for himself, and it's just like, life insurance is a bill too. I always say, please, I don't care how young you are, everybody needs life insurance. Life insurance policies are $25 a month. Get you some life insurance. But it's just like, just being ready for a rainy day. And I always wondered, like, my daddy used to never spend. And I know he had money, but he used to never spend. And I'm like, what is he saving for? I get it now.
Yeah. No, I was saying that about my mom and dad too. Like, I noticed when I got older how they manage their money, how it was kind of pretty good, because it's like, if somebody's car breaks down or is gone, the next day somebody has a new car. My brother has, like, total 3 cars. He has messed up 3 cars. When I tell you my daddy makes away every time the next day or the next week, he's in a new car. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like, as far as like I can't even, like, all this graduation stuff that's coming up, I'm asking for all this money, and they just, you know, they able to, and they give me a hard time about, like, what you need all this money for? We ain't got no money, we poor, blah, blah. And then the next day, it's in your account. You know what I'm saying? So they make a way. I feel like men, and I think men in general, or maybe just daddies, are really good with numbers, and they good with, they try to be good with money, and they just, like, I feel like they figure out how to make a way. They maneuver through the money and the funds, and they figure out how to make a way. So I think that's a big part of budgeting, too. Like, what are you going to do when you get to the point where it's, like, something big happens,
exactly, what
and you got to pay for it
to make sure that, you know, what do you have to cut back on to make sure that something else is taken care of.
Yeah, I know for myself, I done got into 2 car accidents literally a year apart. Like, they both happened in July, and the first time was really bad. I ended up totaling the car, and my dad had put money in it so that I can have it. And then the next time, it was his truck. I didn't total it, but it was messed up. And like I eventually was like, okay, I'm gonna help you pay for it or whatever. I mean, I really didn't help my dad.
Right.
He paid for it, and I'm like paying him back for
his
paying
money.
That's
right. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I remember because that summer I was saving so much money. I'm like, okay, I'm saving my money so that I can buy me another car. And then he like, you gotta pay me back $1,000. And I'm like, Mama, he told me to pay him back $1,000. Like, what is this? And she like, girl, that's not even half.
Okay.
Not even like, 8. Mama, I'm so close.
Oh, how about my brother lost his car?
Excuse me, what?
He lost it. Lost it downtown.
What do you mean he lost it?
I don't know. He lost his car, right? He lost his car. My mom and dad, trying to go down there and figure out where it is. Can't nobody find it. So the next week, my dad puts like $5,900. It was a lot of money into his truck that was still at our house. So Kendall driving the truck for 3 months. Kendall go back downtown and find his car.
My dad would have put me on punishment.
Let me tell you,
it's just like,
for that
what
car.
can you do though? Kendall 20, like what you got? He was just like so confused.
I lost my car.
But it's just like the fact that he was able to up you a new car, and then it's just like it's crazy. Like daddies really just do so much.
But my dad's so fed up with me and my accidents. He like, listen here, until this deductible go down, you ain't getting nothing. So that's why I'm in the mood of saving for myself. Because then it's kind of like you have to do it now that you see me trying. Like you have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm overhearing all because I can't believe y'all. This is crazy. My background is a little very, very different. Like I'm dependent, but not for like financial reasons. Like I'm graduated in December, so I did move back home, but I really like don't see myself moving at no time soon because I feel like I'm in a position where I pay my bills on time. I'm working on my credit. I don't want to get an apartment. Should I get my credit ran again and have a monthly bill? I mean, I can afford to, but I just don't feel like it's necessary.
Yeah.
I'm not dating nobody where I feel like I need to have my own personal space, but on top of that, I'm never really home. So like for me, and then my dad is paying my car note right now. Now that's something I do not want to pay for. But I mean, I'm gonna have to start paying for it. He told me I got this lease for 2 years, so next summer I want to be buying my own car, which is why I've been working so hard on my credit. But that's me and my dad. But me and my mom, I live with my mom and my stepdad, and they are like, my mom had really good credit, but then like something happened, I don't know, or they're working on their credit now. So I don't really like me and them. We don't have a financial relationship. Like I strictly live there, and like. But I don't even, it's like because I don't need them for money, like they want to do so much for me. And so it's like, I don't even feel right on Christmas. Like I'll be like, last Christmas I cried. Like, y'all didn't have to do this for me. Like seriously, even though I grew up having everything I want, it just felt weird. I'm like, I feel like my brother is in high school. He want Gucci. He want, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't want nothing from y'all. So it's like with me living there, like it's just like, they love having me around. I like being there. You know, they don't even want me to move out. So it's like, I don't really feel like I'm in a rush to move out at all. Unless I see myself moving in with like somebody I'm dating, like well, I'm not even at a point where I want to live alone. Like if I want to be alone, should I take my ass to the movies? Like I'm not really. I was in the movie with myself yesterday. Like I just like if I need some alone time, like I'll just go outside the house. But I don't see myself being in no position where I just really want to just move out yet. Yeah. But I am like my dad, who he lives in Afghanistan. So like me and him, our relationship since I was younger has been strictly financial, and he literally taught me everything I know about money. Like he's the reason I got my first phone bill because he told me no. Mind you, that nigga, I'm sorry, he ain't never told me no in my life. Like he's never told me no in my life, and I'm like, I'm so bullheaded. You ain't gonna do it, I can do it for myself. That's how I even got into the situation. But even then, like every time we talk, I might just be calling him just to be like, what you doing? Like, no, every conversation is about money. Every conversation, because it's like he went through his tribulations. When my dad makes a lot of money, but it's like if you make a lot of money, you got a lot of bills. You ain't got no money.
You don't have no money.
My dad is
I try to tell people that all the time.
Yeah, my dad is like the type where he was single for most of his life. He just got divorced, but and then he was married to her for 6 years. And so that's not really a long time when you think about marriage.
No.
But it's like he's always been like a bachelor. So my dad will have like a Benz truck, a Cadillac, a Audi. Why do you have 3 cars? And then like he got married and he put like my 2 stepbrothers through private school. So it's just like you can make a lot of money but not really have money. And so that's why he on my head about like what I do, because it's like, yeah, he can afford to pay his 2 car notes and mine, which is a luxury because it's just him. But I'm like, on top of that, it's like our relationship is like about money. Everything is like, he asked me to send him screenshots to my checking and savings account. Like that's how it is, because I didn't have to work through college. Like I went through college. Kayla was there. I didn't have to do nothing. I literally did whatever I wanted to do. The only time I worked in college was when I had an internship. And I worked my internship, and once it was over, I worked there for 3 months and then quit because I felt like I didn't want to work no more. And like I feel like that's why I work so hard now, because like I went through college and had like a breeze. I was able to graduate in 4.5 years. I was able to like not only have one really rough time, like because I didn't really have nothing to do. I really focused on like whatever relationship or dude I was dealing with, and like I went to school. Like it was easy for me. I always had a car. I always had like not even an older car, but like a nice car. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he really put me in a position, and like my parents were scared that it was going to negatively affect me. The fact that I wasn't working in college, the fact that I didn't really have no work ethic. But like every summer I was working, you know what I'm saying? But it's like whenever I was in school, I didn't have to, which was really a luxury. But I don't know. I guess it's for the conversations me and my dad had that instilled in me the fact that I wanted to learn about credit. I know that I'm gonna get cut off eventually, and I need to be prepared for it. Like next summer, he told me, he's like, I'm not about to buy you another car. I done bought you 2 cars, and he like, let alone 2 nicer cars. So he just felt like
his time is up.
Well, yeah, I mean, granted, if I wasn't to pay for my car note, he will pay for it. But it's like, like I feel like it was something that happened. Like I want to say, like the end of last year when I was near my graduation, I was like spending a lot of money. So I had asked him, I'm like, I just paid. I'm like, I need some money. And the thing was, I had to pay a big bill. I think it was like $700. I could have paid it. I didn't want to spend my money on it. And so he was upset because he would have rather me say, Dad, I just paid this huge bill. I need some money, instead of saying, Dad, I don't want to pay for this bill, can you pay for it, knowing I could afford it. You know what I'm saying? So and I was so mad. I'm like, you just doing too much. You making an argument out of nothing. But now I realize that his whole aspect was he wanted me to handle business first because he got my back. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, pay your bills. If you need to spend the money, I'll give you $700 just to have cushion money in your pocket. But it was like because I asked for the money and wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? And like I didn't even understand it until after the fact, and I'm like, oh, I see. So it's like I got the support system, but I think they like the fact that I try to do it on my own, and if I need help, they always got me. But it really does. It makes me feel good, the fact that I can do stuff for myself. And the same thing, and I feel like that intimidate guys too. Like it's just like, oh, she don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just something different. But I don't know. I feel like I'm happy it's like that. And I kind of do wish I didn't have to pay no damn phone bill, like stuff like that. Bruh. But I think it builds character, and the fact that I have to do it so early has been like a positive impact for me.
I think parents are really sometimes good parents. Well, I don't want to say good parents, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like those parents that are really involved with your progress in life. I think those are very good like people to have in your life. Like I know for me, like my dad is like you. I remember one time I was like a freshman I wasn't working. So, how do we have money?
I think about that all the time.
We had a new outfit.
Like, none of us had jobs, and I didn't have a job till my junior year, and I always had money to buy
I don't understand that, but I remember one time I had like, because I didn't work, my mom, I got paid through my mom every 2 weeks. Like her job account was linked to my account, so when she got paid, I got paid. Like that was also like a way for me to have money freshman year, but still I don't really know. But anyway, I remember one time I did not have enough money for him in my account, and he was like, don't you ever let your account ever hit that and you don't say nothing to me. And I was just like, well, I was trying to be responsible.
Oh my God, I had to trap off $20 for 2 weeks too many times.
I was trying to be responsible and not ask and just wait till I got paid. But he was like, you don't ever, let your account hit a certain note that you don't want it to be. So I've always made sure that my account, like once my account gets to a certain number, I'm broke. Like That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, when I get paid, I put my money up. I shop the fuck out of that money, and once I hit that limit,
Mm-hmm.
I'm broke.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like something good that my dad like kind of put me on early on, because I didn't really instill it until like senior year, like that whole little rule, like once your account hit a certain number, you broke. But
Yeah,
you know
what I
what?
will say, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Well, the daddies are like, what he did, I was like tripping when I'm about to graduate, like I keep saying. But I'm like, I want to move out. I don't want to move back in the house with y'all. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'm just like, I want to move out. I want to move to a different city. I need to be myself, blah, blah, blah. So my daddy cussing me out. I mean, I'm crying. He's cussing me out. That's stupid. Da, da, da. So this man sends me 3 pages. He done wrote out a whole little money thing about how much money could be saved versus how much money I'm gonna go through my route. So his route got about $50,000 on it after like 2 years. My route got like $11 on it. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I see what you're trying to say, but dang, like, you know, you wouldn't have like your own independence. But it's just like, if your parents are willing to help you, like let them help you. Like my mom and daddy, they don't bother me. So even if I am at home, it's just like I don't have the type of parents that kind of like get on your nerves. And stuff like that. They let me do my own thing. I know I really am lucky in the parent section because they don't really bother me or my brother. They kind of let us do our thing, and as long as we like don't be trifling and stuff like that. Fair. No, seriously, like don't be walking around my house and just trifling, like clean something. But other than that, like they don't bother me. So it's just like I was just so pressed to like be independent, but really you have to kind of build to independence. You can't just go from like 0 to 100. Like you gotta build it. You be homeless and still don't know how you pay your rent and don't know
Living
how you
on
do
my
that.
own was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. Like that, when I tell you that's what taught me how to manage bills, because it was at that point, it's just like, you know, you don't pay stuff on time, that's gonna get cut off. You don't pay it, you're gonna get evicted. It's not me and my roommates. It was just me. Living by myself taught me so much about saving money. Making sure that your credit is good enough to shoot. Be able to have an apartment by yourself was a big deal for me. It's just like, I was like, oh, consumers. Oh, AT&T. Oh, AT&T again. Oh, it was too much. And I cannot wait to graduate. My daddy left me a house. So when I leave, I'm living in my house.
Oh, can I live there, sis?
Come on.
Sis, we'll pay you to live.
No, but that was another big thing for me. It was just like, oh, you know, I knew when I graduated or when I moved back to Detroit, I was gonna have a house. It's just like, okay, I can live in it. I can sell it. Like it was a lot. It was a lot of. I had a lot of options. Again, like my daddy was thinking about my future before I was even thinking about my future.
And that's
so
important.
Yeah.
But it's just, oh my God, living by myself really taught me, like it really made me buckle down, and really, again, it made me know, like once my account reach a certain number, I'm broke because I know this bill is coming out in 2 days, and if it bounces back, I gotta pay another fee. It was just a lot of things like that.
And this going back to just being in college, and like, mind you, I'm not excellent with money by no means, but I'm like, I care about credit and I care about my bills is always paid, like always. That's the first thing that I did before I start doing it, and I just really start doing the auto debit thing. But I always pay my bills on the 1st of every. My bills could be due the 19th. All of them were paid on the 1st. And so what was dumb of me was because I considered I pay my bills. Everything after that was blow money. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was living for a long time.
That's how I live now.
No, seriously. But
in
college, I literally lived like. Your bills paid, your phone, and I'm of course I had gas money. But like, you know, this much for gas, this much for groceries. After that, it was all flow money. Like I was shopping like nonstop, and I still have a severe shopping problem. But it's like it's under control where I'm not going broke no more. Like you know,
college will do that to you though. You're trying to keep up with the lifestyle, like I literally get a check. I'll be like, hey, I pay this. The rest of it, I need to be to 0 by the time I get to the next money. Like not even like why?
Not even care.
Like
do you want a hamburger? You ain't even think about that.
You gotta
caring.
You gotta make sure that your broke is not like really broke. Like, your broke is supposed to be like what Kyra said. Like once you get to this amount of money, you chilling. Because if something come up, you need to be able to pay for this. You know what I'm saying? An emergency, but just make sure like your broke and really broke is two very different.
Let's switch gears really quickly. So let's talk about breadwinners, okay? With money, okay? So I imagine myself making more money than my husband.
Really?
Just because I do, because I feel like I am like really, how do you explain it? I'm like Oprah. You feel me? Like, you know, I'm just like, I feel like I'm gonna be on Oprah level, and my man not gonna really be capable to make more money than me because
He's not gonna be capable. Like the
He's not
opportunity
Oprah.
is not there.
It's not shutting that shit down.
He's not Oprah. But no, I feel like even if I did though, like, okay, now, I don't even speak about my parents. I think my mama made more money than my daddy.
Okay.
But she be so pissed. But her checks go all into one account. My daddy handles all the money. So I can ask my mama, who makes more money than my dad, like, yeah, Mom, let me get $20. You gotta ask your daddy. Your daddy done took all my money. And I just be like, you are so dramatic, but that works for them though, because he divvy the money. He give her allowance, like, dang, that's her money, that's her check. But no, he give her money because I feel like it works for them, and I feel like I would be able to do the same thing. Like if I did make more money than my husband, I was just playing. But if I did make more money than my husband, I wouldn't mind giving him my check. And then, like, you know, we figure out where we can ball at. And he's above all the money. I don't mind him heading all the money just because you got to figure out, I guess, what works in your relationship. Because women can get, like, super cocky and confident about, like, money. Like, we can really be a certain way about money. But I feel like it emasculates men to a certain extent if you always throwing, like, how better you are. Like regardless of regardless of what they got, regardless of what they have. That's what I'm saying. Like we so quick. You broke. Yes, and like in an argument, that's one thing. That's like that'll help an argument. Like look, if she will too. She will too. Like if you're in an argument with your man, and the first thing that's gonna come out of your mouth is, "Nigga, I make more money than your ass anyway." That's the first thing you're gonna say. Exactly. So to cut down on that, just give it to
It's not the first, but it's gonna be like the third or fourth. It's gonna be like, oh, you nothing ass, and then it's gonna be like, you
that's why you poor.
Yes, but you're broke. You know.
But it's levels to being poor and broke though. I feel like when you poor
and broke is two different.
Yeah, I feel like when you broke, like you literally don't have no money. Like,
I'm poor. I'm living in poverty.
Like poor is like your priorities a little fucked up. Like you know, like character value a little fucked up. Cause niggas can have hella money and be poor. Be poor, like you can't even hold a conversation. Your character is all types of.
So what you're saying is like poor broke. Being broke is a less worse definition than poor.
To me, I feel like when you're poor, it has to do with you as a person. When I tell somebody
like all
poor,
together,
I think like you're poor, like a poor person.
When I say poor, I mean you poor, like you ain't got shit to offer me.
I mean,
money wise, personality, nothing. You don't have shit to offer me.
I said people be so terrible. No daddy, no morals, no money. Like poor is like an overall state of being.
Overall standard.
Like if you piss poor morally, I want to call you poor. You could have a lot of money. You could have more money than me, but if you piss poor morally, you're just like you poor. Like you know what I'm saying? Poor just mean lack of. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you feel lacking a lot of different things. That's why that's why.
Things.
But most of the time when I say poor, I really be talking about you on a mental basis. Like your mentality be fucked up, so I be calling you poor.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I always try to make sure people understand that there's a difference between being poor and broke.
Because I feel like everybody be broke sometimes. I think being poor is way worse. If I call you poor, I really mean it as well.
From my heart.
Yeah.
Can you make more money than your man or?
Yes. I wouldn't care. Like if I made more money than my man, I would make sure all the bills was paid, but he would have to pay for my hair, my nails, and all of that other.
For sure.
He would, like that would be his duty. Like I wouldn't mind making more money than my husband, but I know I have poor spending habits. So if I could meet a broke man, I probably wouldn't date him. But if I could meet a broke man who was good with money, I would trust him. But he got to make sure, you know. I'm looking a certain way. It's just like, okay, if I do the important stuff, you got to make sure you pay for the petty stuff. So groceries, like if you got to pay the Netflix.
It's women out here taking other jobs though to not make more money than their man. I think that's so crazy. Like they out here taking lower paying jobs.
I would never. We got to be rich.
Oh my God! I got into a huge argument with this guy I was dating because I was telling him like I was unhappy with what I was doing at the moment because on a financial basis where my pay was cut in half. And he literally was like, so you telling me, and I'm like, I want to find another job, and I'm like, it needs to pay more. He was telling me, maybe he didn't know the whole depth of the situation because I don't really tell too much of my business, but I give you a synopsis. He was like, so you telling me you're not going to take a job if you can get good experience, if it pays less? And I said, hell no.
No, I'm not.
And I'm like, because I'm not in a situation where that would be beneficial for me.
Yeah.
I
need money. I don't need experience.
Right.
I will find experience.
I'm like, for what I want to do, I have enough experience doing what I want to do. So I understand your point if I was in a different position, but my position needs more money. The fuck? So I was like really mad, and so we didn't talk for like 2 weeks after that because I'm like, bitch, don't ever try to tell me what to do.
I feel like a man that wants you to make less, he don't even want the best.
He don't
What
want
are you
what-
doing?
Like I said, I think because that shit's intimidating when you
It,
doing
it
shit on
is,
your own.
but I
that
feel
shit
like
is
I'm
intimidating.
no. I want a man that be like, yes, baby, get that new job. I
Yes,
felt like
get
when
that
mama
check.
got a new job, my daddy was just proud, like yes.
When I be picking up
My
extra
bitch
shit
out
at
here
work, the
getting
guys I
money.
be talking to be like, yes,
Like,
yes, go get
we
that
supposed to
money.
be getting money together. It don't even really matter. Like we get money together at the end of the day. So you want me to be a poor and you to just be the one around here making all the money? Like that's not. I'm not even that type of bitch. I'm not a poor bitch. I mean, I'm not a poor lady. Okay, and I'm very independent. And I always thought to myself like I always want to be the person that like don't really need a man, but I'm gonna act like I need you because I want a boyfriend and a husband. But I don't need you at the end of the day. Financially.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be the breadwinner. And no. Absolutely
Too much
not.
pressure.
No, it's not even pressure. It's just how I grew up. Like I grew up in a family, in a household where my daddy took care of us. Like he took care of the house. He made sure the bills were paid.
Oh,
He made sure that.
did she?
No, at one point my mama didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
She got laid off. My daddy took care of everything. Like from my experience, I don't want to be the breadwinner. I want a man who can take care of his household, and he is the head of his household, and that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to get.
So you have to make money with her.
If I feel like if you come into me and we're on that level of being married, and you not giving me what I grew up with, I don't want you, because I want to give my children more than what I had.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I don't want to be the breadwinner. You got to come with your shit together, help me get my shit together, I guess. But I don't want a situation where I'm the breadwinner, just because I sometimes feel like, I mean, I was in a situation, not saying I was a breadwinner, but I feel like I had more money than a person, and I was sitting here trying to teach him things that I felt like I should have been taught.
Well, what if you?
Man.
Okay, so let's say.
But do you understand that?
No,
You're
I
teaching
understand
a
what you're
man
saying, but I'm
things
saying
that
like, what if you have a man that, like, cause so let's not say breadwinner, cause that means like essentially that you're making heavy bands and he really can't do anything for you but like take care of the petty shit. I'm talking about like, let's say you make $300 a year and he make $280,000. You get what I'm saying? Like
No,
that type
that's
of
not
thing.
a breadwinner though.
No,
That's what I'm saying. That's not breadwinner.
That's
That's like
the person who
a
brings home the fucking bread.
exactly.
Put
So
the shit on the
so what
table.
I'm saying is, are you able to make more money in that sense? Like you making a couple grand more than your man, but he's still able to provide and take care of you. You just making more money. You can't do that.
We already know what she said.
I want him to be I told y'all this. I want my man 2 steps ahead of me, and I'm serious. In every level, every aspect of life, you have to be 2 steps ahead of me. And I feel like if I'm making more than you, I'm going to feel like I want something else. That's just what I want. I want somebody 2 steps ahead of me. If I'm making 300, then you better be making 301. Period. That's just what I want. I've always slightly been in that situation where it was just like, I'm trying to teach you like the importance of maybe you should save money or maybe you should go get a new job or something like that. I've already been there and I didn't like it. So therefore, I've had that experience, and so therefore, if we gonna move forward, I don't want that.
So there are men that you would never date then.
Yes.
As far as like, which is, I feel like that should be everybody. But I'm talking about as far as like career. Like if you meet a man that like work at the fire station.
Am I a secretary?
No, you're
Clearly,
working in your field.
I clearly must be a secretary.
That's my point. So what I'm saying is like, no, it's a certain caliber of man that has
That
to
I
approach you
want,
that you need to be with. Yes.
But even so, like he could be a firefighter and still be making. I feel like firefighters make.
no, boo.
No.
No.
Oh, well, firefighter,
That's a nice little job and
She
everything.
said a firefighter better not say hello to
Okay, let me just say this. Okay, so I agree with what you said, because I feel like if I am the breadwinner, I really need you to satisfy me so much in other areas. Like I want you to just make me feel like Queen Sheba.
Yes,
Like, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
me.
Especially with my personality, I'm already like think I'm a princess, so I really gotta be spoiled and catered to. But I've always felt like my household with my stepdad is the breadwinner. Like my mom, if she didn't want to work, we'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? And even though times are rough, like my dad holds it down.
Yes, and
Like,
I feel
and we
that's
know,
so
and but
sexy.
I mean, it's just like it's like I know my dad holds stuff down. Like my mom might pay the little stuff. My dad handles everything major, everything major. My mom might pay the cable or something. You know what I'm saying? But like her money, she'll take my brother shopping. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how it works. But my dad, on the other hand, my biological father, his wife, he makes good money. His wife made more money than him. and you could tell that she felt like she had some type of pull
over
with
him.
the stuff. Like if something would happen, she might slick some little shady shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah,
No, seriously.
No, really. And mind you, granted, my dad makes good money.
That's
She
my
made
point.
even better money.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course, they ain't wanting for shit. We ain't want for nothing.
For
The kids
nothing,
ain't
yeah.
want for nothing. We can get whatever we want. But it's like when it come down to the relationship, if something was to happen and you say something, you know what I'm saying? You can say something. And it should not be, that should not be like that. I don't want that for myself. I mean, I might date you, but overall, and this is just like a man that still has money, but I just make more. It's just like, I don't want to be in that position where I might say something crazy.
And I feel like you gotta have a certain level of maturity and respect for your relationship to even be a woman breadwinner. Like, and I feel like I'm not there.
And then the guy don't always feel away too. He might not say nothing,
but
that's
he gonna
something
feel
that's
some type of
always.
way.
Mama
Like,
Scott is the
point.
breadwinner of her relationship, and I feel, and I.
But that's my point. Like a woman like that, you gonna want, like, how can you really?
No, but she said that she comes home and she turns her masculinity off, and she really is.
You got to.
But I feel like it probably took her
a long time
forever to get, and I don't want to have to do that.
But I feel like with my parents though, like for the longest, my daddy was the breadwinner. My mama didn't even work for like 3 years of her life, just living off my daddy.
That's how it's supposed to be.
But and then my dad switched. He used to work like at the plant or whatever, so he making like $90,000 a year or whatever, $100,000. Then he switched to education. Why he did that, I don't know. Decrease. And had to build himself back up to that $90,000, $100,000 a year. But my mama was already in education, so when she became the principal and started doing like corporate education, she started making a little bit more money than him. But I feel like we never even ever wanted for anything, and they kind of I feel like they kept it the same from when we was kids. Like him always handling the money no matter what, because he always was the breadwinner to begin with. So they still do that, and that's why I think it works for them, because it's not like it's like a huge like gap in between like how much money they make. It's not like she coming home with $700,000 more than he's bringing. You know what I'm saying? He still provides everything, and it's just like, and she kind of selfish too. So he not selfish, but she kind of like always nagging about her money. So he probably end up giving it to her anyway. But as far as like taking care of us, he's always been able to do this. So that's why I feel like I don't have to have a man who makes more money than me, because I see it work. Like I see. She make like a couple thousand more than him, I think, and it's still like nothing ever changed. That's why I feel like I can do that.
I feel like that was already instilled
In
there.
yeah.
And it was changing.
It just switched. So it's just like, I mean, don't forget where you came from. It's not like,
I used to take care of you.
Don't think about like the kind of stuff your daddy buy your mama though. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's not like, oh damn, I can't get you. No, I can get you what you want. Now that's something to handle.
Right.
That's a pill to swallow. Like yeah.